So here's the second part of what Sky Sports F1 broadcast on the day of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, enabling Christian Horner to present his lies to the world, in effect. So what I'm going to do now, they're going to show you the footage of Christian Horner, his reaction to the last lap. So what you will get to see is something that resembles, probably, allegedly, Christian Horner's sex face. Maybe his personal assistant, Fiona, can confirm either way. But what we'll do is have a look and play you through and see if you think this is authentic. So let's have a look.
Why don't you have a look at this last lap? I think we can show it you with you. We had our BDI on you as well. Okay. What's going through your mind as this played out?
It's Verstappen, far enough back, he's going to make the lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees it coming. It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race. Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy from Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to fight back.
No DRS for 2 laps, so Lewis Hamilton will not get the rear wing open. Now he's going to go down the outside. If Verstappen keeps it...
Oh, we're having a buffer. Let me just pause that and let's see if we can get it going again. Internet doesn't like it.
Outside. If Verstappen keeps it tight and neat, but he hasn't, he's gone a little bit wide.
This race that started with controversy is ending with controversy.
No, Mike, that was so not right.
The guy on the left-hand side of the screen, Christian Horner's right-hand man, he looks really excited, doesn't he?
Lewis Hamilton, though, down the back straight. He's got a slipstream. He almost touches Verstappen. They almost make contact into turn 9. Verstappen stays ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Of all the drama, of all the controversy, of all the magic moments in Formula 1 in 2021, it comes down to this. And at this moment, it looks like it's going to go the way of Max Verstappen. Mercedes not happy. Red Bull will be delighted. They have shared a brilliant championship battle, but the championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world.
That looks like it's a reaction for the camera. I have to say, authentic people, when you accomplish something authentically, from what I've seen from my experience in life, it's not the reaction that Christian Horner has displayed during that few minutes of footage there. Anyway, carry on.
Well, in the end, I didn't think we needed your words to describe it. I love your head of engineering, Rocky. He didn't move.
He didn't move. It was like the first lap of a Grand Prix on an L lap. But you can see it was pretty tense there.
Your wife is alongside you, Jerry. How was that? From your perspective, watching your hubby.
I'm just really proud of him. I'm proud of the whole team, Max. I mean, it's testimony to what a great team they are. Great.
Strange what people are proud of.
Great strategy. Max is brilliant.
Jerry, you don't know anything about strategy because strategy was an irrelevance. If the race doesn't restart, which legally it's not allowed to, it really doesn't matter what tyres you're on as long as they get you to the end of the race distance. Okay? Because you can't use the performance advantage. So as long as they get you to the end, that's fine. So the strategy is irrelevant.
Checo was amazing, yeah. And of course I think they've got the best team principal.
Well,
I have
there
to
you
say.
go. I mean, you would say that, but
Jerry, how tough has this year been for Christian? You've been watching him, from the sideline.
Forgive me for being this honest, but I have to say, Christian told me this has been the toughest year.
Forgive you for being this honest. What a strange sentence that is.
Yeah, he's ever experienced, but they're such a good team and pulled together.
Well, they get support at home as well.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I got to say a big thank you because, it's not just my wife, but all the wives and girlfriends. It's a tough calendar.
It is indeed a tough calendar, Christian. An extremely challenging calendar, especially when you look closely at the vital statistics here of 27-year-old Christian Horner. MD of Arden Team Russia, with a net worth of £1 million, lives in Warwick. Not too far away, Christian. Scorpio, drives a Porsche like a real man, likes skiing in Europe and the US, likes Gabrielle and Texas. I'm definitely more into easy listening than, say, hip-hop or fast dance music. And his fantasy date would be Liz Hurley or Sandra Bullock. I'm sure them ladies are pleased to be hearing that from Christian here, the calendar boy here. Personally, I prefer the Vladimir Putin calendars. This guy, look at him, riding a bear. There he is. What a figure of a man this is. A real man, I think this was probably what Christian was trying to emulate there with his calendar pose. But I don't think he's a patch on Vladimir. So maybe we'll just carry on with the Sky Sports F1 analysis. So Christian was just talking about his challenging calendar. Carry on, Christian.
And, people take their emotions home. They take it out on the ones that they love and so on. And, it's all the support that goes on behind the scenes. So thank you very much.
Proud of you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for coming and talking to us, Jerry. Let's just continue if we could for a couple
Yeah, like I say, it's strange what people are proud of.
of moments. Do you know what? Over the last few weeks, tensions have got quite high, haven't they? I mean, it's been a bit of a siege mentality from your side. Does it feel a little bit like David slaying Goliath? Certainly you kind of portrayed yourself.
David slaying Goliath. Red Bull, the underdogs, the team that spent the most amount of money, cheated in 2021 because there was a cost cap in 2021 and Red Bull exceeded that. So they overspent in that season, which meant they should have been disqualified for 2021 and also for 2022 because that's the money that they put into the development of the 2022 car as well. Oh, but you're the underdog. You're young David, young small David slaying the giant. That's right. That's how we want to present this, isn't it, Lazenby?
As that when they got stronger over the last few races.
Yeah, Mercedes are such a quality team, and they've got stronger and stronger over the years. And that's what's made this so intense, on track, off track, between the drivers, the pit crews, the strategy, the development, between Toto and I. And, because of the quality of the opposition that we've had, that's what makes this one so special. And, we've just never given up. From the first race, Max has driven his heart out this year. And
we've never given up. We've just tried and tried and tried and cheated. You cheated, okay? You spent more money. You influence the FIA because the FIA are extremely lenient with the decisions that they award, the lack of penalties for the style of driving that Max Verstappen exhibits, and then they've cheated to give you the title of the Drivers' Championship at the end. Oh, but it's just hard work and effort from us at Red Bull.
For sure, it's right up there. This is probably the biggest championship that we've ever won.
Christian, let's go also into the first lap.
Just look at this statistic at the bottom there, the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes 613.5, Red Bull 585.5. So there's a difference of 28 points. And remember when Red Bull retired Perez and Crofty and Brundle were saying, as long as the Mercedes to get this to the end of the race, then they're on course to become Constructors' Champions. Well, they just would have won it anyway, wouldn't they? Let's be clear.
Starting on those softs, how painful was it, that incident, and then ruling in favor of Mercedes in that moment, where actually all of us world champions now think that Lewis should have let him by?
All of us world champions now. All of us world champions think Lewis should have let him by. I'm sure all of us world champions, who's got into the sport because we're clearly the best drivers in the world, not because Daddy was a former Formula One driver or Daddy was a millionaire. We got in because we're the best drivers. That's why we're all former world champions. But I'm sure you'd have liked it if another car had put himself on a collision course with you And had you not jumped out of the way, there would have been a certain crash. Okay, and I'm sure had you been the victim of that, you'd have also felt that you'd have had to give that place back. You wouldn't have actually got called out the fact that, hang on a minute, I'm driving against somebody that will just drive his car at me, and unless I move, there will be a crash. And he's more willing to crash me out of a race to ensure that I don't get the points here, and you're doing nothing about it. But all of us former world champions think that Lewis should have given the place back. Thanks for your valuable insight, Nico Rosberg, you fucking wanker.
It was brutal. I mean, the start was a shocker. He just picked up too much wheel spin at the end of first and second gear. Lewis nailed the start, but Max, with the benefit of that soft tyre, out of turn 5, he got a run and he managed.
Right, just going to have to be careful about the footage here. Let me just minimise this.
To keep it within the white lines. So you can see he's picked up too much wheel spin there. Lewis has got the line. He had a small lock into the first turn. But then Max...
So, look at this here. We're approaching the 50-metre marker, 50 metres out from the corner. You've just come down this long straight where they'll be reaching speeds of over 200 miles an hour. At some point in time, you need to put your foot on the brakes. That's called the braking zone. So, Max Verstappen, at the braking zone, is behind. He's not halfway alongside. He's not entitled to room around that corner. Okay? The other car that's in the lead, that's his corner. Okay? He should not have to deviate his line around that corner because the other car has sent it in late. Having to move under braking is not acceptable. That's why the rules of engagement are what they are. Max Verstappen is behind, clearly behind. Okay, almost a car length behind at this point. So look at it. Lewis Hamilton, this is the line. This is a natural line for the corner. Max Verstappen, you are still behind. Your front wing now is only just about level with the rear tyres of the back of the rear tyres of Lewis Hamilton's car. Time to put your foot on the brakes. It's not your corner. It is not your corner. We're well past the 50-metre board now. But oh, Max carries so much extra speed, and it's understeer. Oh, sorry, I just thought I was carrying Chandok for a minute there. Now, when you see two cars come around this bend side by side, what you see them follow a line round here so that they make it around the bend. Okay, the car on the inside has to do that. The car on the outside has to do that. They make it around the track. Let's see if Max Verstappen does that. Oh, no, he doesn't, does he? No, he doesn't. He sends it. Fucks it across here, okay? No room for the car on the outside. That's crowding the other car off track. That's a penalty. Oh, but Lewis was the one that made the mistake there.
To get a run down.
Where's the room for the car here on the outside? You will see the other cars. They will take this line here. So there is room for a car on the outside. Max Verstappen didn't do that. He never does that. He runs the other car out of space. Then it's the other car's fault, apparently, according to the FIA rules, which are now just all for Verstappen. The whole rules of Formula One have changed for Max Verstappen. But they won't show you the other cars going around that bend for comparison, because none of them do it the way Verstappen does.
Down the inside.
So where's Lewis Hamilton going to go there? Where's he going to go? Okay, had he tried to remain on track, what would have happened? He'd have been hit.
But then Max...
Okay, 100-metre board, 50-metre board.
Was able...
Well past the 50. He's only now front wing level with the rear tyres. Turned in as he was entitled to do. This is the line that they take around here. That's the natural line for making it around this bend. This car has just gone woof across there. Not okay. Okay, now had Lewis Hamilton tried to make it around that corner, like Brazil,
to get a run down.
What's happening? He's going to get hit. His car is going to get hit. It's going to either damage his car or potentially put him out of the race. That's not okay.
Down the inside and didn't run off the track.
Max didn't run off the track. Listen, strap-on fanboys, it's all fine because Max kept his wheels on the track. That's all you need to know, strap-on fanboys. Max kept on the track, so it's all okay. That's not the rules. That's not how it is, okay? But that is the description they want to feed to you to condition you that that was okay. It isn't.
So we couldn't understand why that position...
We couldn't understand. Lying. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're lying to convince the world of your false narrative.
Wasn't given back, but all history now.
All history now.
You weren't alone. I think everyone's calling for gravel in that corner now, because that's the sort of issue.
Yeah, Karun, come on, it is sorted out.
That's the kind of issue you have in that corner, isn't it?
Thanks for your insight, Jensen Button. I'm sure you'd have been happy had Max Verstappen done a similar thing on you. But now you're paid to fluff, and that's what you're willing to do with your mouth. Use your mouth to perpetrate a false narrative.
Isn't it, if you are pushed wide? But anyway, it turned out right for you in the end, but I'm guessing that Checo...
Watch Lewis Hamilton's hands on his steering wheel. No driver should have to do this.
If you are pushed wide, but anyway, it turned out right for you in
Look at his hands, okay? He's got to turn in.
the end, but I'm guessing that Checo...
And then he's had to do that to avoid contact with the car that just sent it up the inside. Not okay.
also is going to get a big Christmas present this year.
Look, Checo's been amazing, and you know, we talked about it before the race. We talked about it, you know, how can he help Max? And you know, the way he backed Lewis up, he brought Max into play. They had a quicker car than us today. It was just strategy that we're able to make play, and all weekend you saw his toe yesterday.
They had a quicker car. You know, Max got pole position, but then Lewis just went away from him. Oh, it's because the Mercedes had the quicker car. Nothing to do with the driver being pretty good.
You saw it in Monza. He's done such a great job for this team, and again, he's a big part of this victory.
That was amazing. I mean, that gained 7 seconds for Max. I mean, that was some serious driving on his behalf.
7 seconds gained for Max, so he was 12 seconds behind. And old Sergio Perez made sure it was only just 12 rather than 19 by blocking off the other car like this. Something I'd never seen happen before in this manner.
And he just sends it, you know, you can't.
Oh, he just sends it. Oh, that'll send the strap-on fanboys wild, that term. Just send it. Just send it.
Can't ask more from a teammate than that, and you know, he made it really tough for Lewis. He didn't give up, and you know, just such a wonderful job.
Absolutely. Get ahead.
Okay, just pause it while I'll fast forward the ad. Well, turned out that was it. Anyway, that was Christian Horner. Being afforded the platform to convince you of that narrative. Convince you that, oh, it was incredible. What you've just seen was incredible. Let's not focus on the fact that the rules are broken entirely to gift Max Verstappen what just happened. Okay? This is what the media has just done. Rather than expose the truth ever, rather than focus on what really happened and how wrong that was, just gives Christian Horner the platform to say, hey, look everybody, we've tried really hard. We've just done such a fantastic accomplishment. Jerry here, she's really proud of everybody. Look at all what we've accomplished. Look at what we've achieved. Look at what Max did. This is incredible, incredible, incredible. See, that's all it is, rather than saying, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not happening. The valid champion there has just been screwed over. That should have been a safety car finish. Lewis Hamilton should now be a record-breaking 8-time world champion. The sport's governing body has broken the rules of the sport to facilitate that outcome. What's going on there? No media has ever done that. Why? Why? That'll do for this one. Lots more videos like this to come.